Today, a Florida voter who votes by mail said this.
The cheating on mail-in voting is legendary. It's horrible what's gone on. And it's very clearly covered, very, very clearly. So I think this will help a lot with elections.
Legendary is a good word for it. Legend means really not true. One thing Donald Trump never mentions is the name of anyone who has ever cheated with a mail-in voting ballot. It is essentially a non-existent crime. And today, Donald Trump issued an executive order to the Postmaster General and the Department of Homeland Security, his Department of Homeland Security, ordering the Postmaster General, who he appointed, to seize control of mail-in ballots and invent a method with the Department of Homeland Security for delivering mail-in ballots only to people Donald Trump's Department of Homeland Security believes should receive mail-in ballots. Yes, you heard that correctly. Back with us is Senator Sheldon Whitehouse. Senator, the early reviews from legal scholars on this one include phrases like wildly unconstitutional.
Yeah, we'll start with the fact that this guy's polling is in the 30s. He's stuck us in a totally unpopular war. Corruption is everywhere in plain view, and people's cost of living is getting worse every day. So he's looking at that mess that he has made, and he's figuring, how do we get out of that? We got to throw the election. And he's tried it with the SAVE Act. And in the House and in the Senate, his Republican members of Congress, with their usual spines of foam, have gone along with that effort. And of course, they grabbed the Georgia election records, and we're going to find out what that's all about. But with this, with an executive order, he has now made himself subject to a lawsuit. And the segue to your last segment is that there's going to be litigation about this. He lost, for instance, his offshore wind executive order in a case up in Massachusetts. And now he's going to have to go into court this time, not with spines of foam Republican members of Congress, but into court and try to defend this. And there's some data points that are pretty interesting. Mike Lee of Utah has been the lead voice for Republicans on the SAVE Act. In Utah, the Republican lieutenant governor reviewed 2 million ballots and found that one person out of 2 million had registered without proving that he was a citizen, but he hadn't voted, so 0 voters. And when a similar law passed in Kansas some years ago, they looked at the facts there, and they found that 67 people over nearly 20 years had attempted to register without proof of citizenship. 67 people in 20 years. And the law going after those 67 people who may never have voted, they just attempted to register, was to disenfranchise 31,000 legitimate voting Kansans. So when they get into court and they have to answer to facts like that, it's a very different environment than if you're just asking your spines of foam Republicans in Congress to go to the floor and say what they're told. So, you know, I think they stepped in it with this one, and I'm really looking forward to that litigation.
Senator, I'd like to ask you for permission to steal the phrase spines of foam, which I'm writing down here, for future use on this program.
How about it?
Thank you very much for joining us tonight, Senator.
Thank you, Lars.